What is up, ACL Nation? How you guys all doing? I'm doing a little bit better at times, but we made it, Mish, all the way to the end of the season. We got one event left to go. I'm out here in Canton, Ohio. Just got done having a great time out in Oak Creek, Wisconsin. A lot of fun things going on out there. So looking forward to what the ACL has going forward. I'm looking forward to the Super Bowl. I think it's just gonna be one of the best, Mish. Obviously, I'm a little under the weather, but how are you doing?
I'm doing much better. I have to say, I saw Kat posted a quick video, I guess, of the venue. It's at the Hall of Fame. I don't even know what you call this place. It's like an event center, but it's like where things happen for football. I'm not sure. It has like a football stadium though, right?
Yeah, it's titled Hall of Fame Village. I I think I might have passed it on my way in, but it looks like it's its own little city. So I
Okay.
don't.
It looks
I'm not-
really cool.
yeah, I'm excited. I talked to somebody at the urgent care clinic today, and they're like, "Where are you having it at?" And I was like, "Hall of Fame Village." They're like, "Oh, that's gonna be awesome." So they're excited for us.
Yeah, no, look, from I did a little bit of snooping on the venue and I was like, this place looks pretty dope. So I'm excited to see how it plays out, and I'm really excited for our celebrities. What
Yeah,
a great lineup of NFL people from all over.
yeah, I was kind of bummed. Like Aaron Jones, one of my favorite football players, and I didn't really get a chance to meet him because I decided to just go back to the hotel and play it safe, and kind of catch up on sleep. Plus, I like feel bad, if I got one of my favorite football players sick and then
Yeah, he's
miss the
like, I know who did
season.
this. His name's
Yeah,
Wally.
he blamed me for the rest of the season. So yeah, so I sat that one out, but luckily he won. So hopefully he can make it up to Worlds. And then this one, these are like Terrell Owens and Chad Ochocinco. They carried my fantasy teams for I'd
Hmm.
say probably 2 or 3 years in a row. So I'm excited to see this one.
Yeah, we're gonna have like real life. We were talking about this. Like we used to watch the league, and you could actually like
Hmm. Yeah.
meet the players that you had on your fantasy team, and that it would be so funny to do cornhole fantasy because you could yell at the players like, "Hey, I put you on my team and you didn't perform."
Why are you shooting airmail on that bag number 4 and you're losing by 13 points? I need that PPR, man.
Exactly.
So,
I'm so
yeah.
here for that.
Man, the league is such a great show. I would love to like have the finances and the cornhole community built up enough to do a show like that. I think it'd be amazing.
It was so good. It was so good. But yeah, so going to our bragging section, I brought up briefly before we hopped on that yesterday and today is Prime Day. So I was wondering if you
Yeah.
bought anything. I bought an air fryer. Um, I was talking to my best friends and I was saying we were talking about like things we were making, and I was like, I don't know, I could just literally eat nothing but crunchy food. It makes no sense that I don't have an air fryer because all I want is everything crunchy. Like, so why don't I have one? And my friend texted me like Prime Day air fryer, so I was like, all right, I got to get
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, air fryer changed my life, especially when I moved out and I couldn't really keep the groceries there, but I could always keep frozen foods and stuff. So, bacon in the air fryer is amazing. I love it. Like, I don't know if you're a big bacon person or not, but my air fryer cooks bacon perfectly every single time, and I was shocked. And then, ironically, Johnsonville sausages are amazing in the air fryer
Okay,
too.
plug
On,
ACL plug
on, yeah, on the bacon setting. So there you go.
on the bacon. Oh, I didn't know there's like
Yeah,
settings. So I
yeah,
am very curious to explore this. I was more thinking of like reheating food. Like I heard you can like
mhm.
take your French fries that you took home and throw them in there, and it's like good as new.
Yeah. I was bummed though because like those little Tostinos pizzas, the single serve ones, it fits perfectly in my tray, and it did not come out good in the air fryer. So I was disappointed.
Oh,
Yeah. So maybe there's a setting I'm not aware of, but yeah, Amazon Prime Day. I was actually looking forward to this for a long time and completely forgot about it. So I'm gonna get with Corn, and I think we're gonna try to get like those microphone, like little cubes, and then a
uh-huh.
lapel so we can mic our players. Um, the only thing that sucks is they won't be able to hear us in return, which is kind of what I wanted. I want to do like in-game interviews and stuff if the players allowed it.
Well, that's how the broadcast is. The
Yeah,
players are mic'd, but we can't talk to them.
yeah. And the other thing is like on the broadcast, there's a delay, so there's a
Yeah,
mute button and a drop button. We won't have that luxury, so
but
kind
it's
of
live streaming, so we have a little more liberty.
yeah. Got to talk with Trey and Fred and make sure that they're okay with the occasional gosh darn it, or you know what our players normally like to say.
Yeah, that's exactly what they say. Dag nabbit.
Gosh darn it. But
Yeah.
it's gonna be fun. So today's episode, I forgot to say, hopefully we're gonna get Dayton Weber joining us and be able to have some chat interaction there. And then we got highlights from the last open shootout. So that was shootout number 7 and open number 15 in Oak Creek, Wisconsin. And I kind of started working on the newest commercial from National number 4. I don't know, we could choose to play that or not play that. I don't know. It's a work in progress. And you know how the chat likes to get on me if it's not a finished product. So we'll see. Well, I'm gonna be bragging on you, Mish, because you're gonna be carrying the show today. I'm gonna be trying to recover.
Well, we also have our odds, which we can do. We'll do at the
Oh, yeah.
end. We have odds for the shootout coming up this weekend, so we'll go over those. And this is the last one. This is the big one. You know,
This is
it's
it.
like it's now or never if you want to get that money. So
Yeah, definitely bragging on the
I
staff who made it. Josh Keck drove to every single place. Proud of him. He's a great dude. He's right here in front of me, trying to distract me, of course. But there he is.
oh geez, nobody
Yeah,
asked
so
for that, Josh. Nobody
he
asked for
probably just got too close, and now he's sick. He's not going to make it for Worlds. But yeah, it's going to be a fun home stretch. I'm looking forward to Worlds. I'm looking forward to throwing a Trey in doubles and
that. Yeah, we
just
all
having
are.
fun. Yeah, hopefully I'm on everybody's picks to win.
Nobody's picking you. Hey, you're crazy. This isn't happening.
Oh man,
But
no love.
we should have time at Worlds to finally do the matches with the commentators.
Yeah,
That it was these shootouts were so cramped in such a short period of time. We're usually flying in Thursday night, leaving Saturday morning, so there's just really no time. But
yeah,
Worlds, we're all going to be there for quite a bit of time, so hopefully we can
yeah.
find a little moment to sneak that in.
Make sure you let Anthony know it's happening, no matter what, whether he wants to or not. So
Right?
we'll go live at some point for this. We'll do round robin. Mish, myself, Anthony, Bernie, Jeff, and Trey.
Yeah, we got this, Wally. We got this.
In the bag,
All right.
baby.
Well, as Wally said, we're gonna take a break, and when we come back, we're gonna have Dayton Weber with us. He was just on the Celebrity Super Bowl, did really well. Really an amazing broadcast to watch. He brought so much life to that broadcast. So we're gonna chat with him. You also have a chance to send in your questions if you have questions for him. Then we'll go into the highlights and the odds. So quick break, and then we'll get into all of that right after this.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed. It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Welcome back, everybody, and we are ready to bring on our guest, the one and only Dayton Weber. Dayton, welcome to the show.
How's it going, guys? Thank you for having me on.
Love you. Let's go. How you doing?
Good.
Oh yeah, yeah, we're excited. I gotta know, Dayton, like what's been going on since the broadcast, because your name's popping up everywhere as it should. You made Sports Center. I mean, you went on Tyler's stage. I mean, just fill us in.
Heck yeah, it's been a blast for sure. I've been getting lots of phone calls and text messages and messages from people on all the different social media platforms. It's pretty wild. Got a lot of cool opportunities that I think are going to happen here real soon.
As they
Nice.
should, as they should. I
So
mean,
the rest of your week's just gonna be pretty boring after that. I mean, that's a pretty high moment for you in your life, I'm sure.
Heck yeah. Yeah.
awesome. Sorry, there's like a little delay, so just bear with us. But
You're
yeah,
fine.
okay, cool. So the whole event coming on the Super Bowl, teaming up with Tyler Hubbard. What were your nerves like when that broadcast went live?
Prior to it, my nerves kind of were a little bit earlier in the day, but I just reassured myself by telling myself go out there and have fun and be the inspiration you know you can be. So yeah, that relieved a lot of pressure. You know, definitely a couple Coors Lights helped out as well.
That
I think you got
definitely does.
one of
Aiming
the
juice.
best
Yeah.
intros I've ever seen where you came out to the worm, and no one's gonna top that all season. You absolutely nailed that. So kudos to you on that for coming out. And I think Tyler was a pretty good sport about it. And Easy was just like, I don't care about your moment. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw every bag in the hole. But I love how you finished up, man. You put that 12-pack.
Heck yeah, I definitely had to get him back. He was stroking. You couldn't stop him. He did it the rest of the time too. He was tough to beat out there. That intro was
He was,
hard to beat
but
though as well.
yeah, it is. I will say, and I was telling you this right before we did our interview. I said, even though you didn't get the win, all your bags were down the middle. I mean, and you were throwing on the downhill side, I believe, right?
Yes. Yep. It was definitely quick on that board down there. Like you said, everything just kept going right over the hole. It was hard to back it down, but I finally got the hang of it last round. But at least I did get a hang of it.
Yeah. If only it was the 21, right? You would have had a chance for a comeback.
Right. One more opportunity.
Well, after that, you guys
No worries.
actually, if you guys probably went further on, you probably would have had some trouble because he was playing his set like an hour later. So whenever you guys got done playing cornhole, you went over to the venue and he geared up. You're sitting backstage. Talk about getting up on stage with him and just life at that party too.
Yeah, so the guys were super cool backstage. Me, D-Boy, Kenzie, a few other, Nathaniel and Tori, we all went backstage, and they all treated us just like we was one of them. Asked us if we wanted anything to drink and stuff like that, and they got us that, and we just hung out backstage. And then towards the end, they had an encore. They stepped off stage for a little bit, and then the crowd wanted them to come back. So they went back out there, and they played one song, and then they played "Dancing in the Country." And one of the guys came back to me and was like, "Hey man, when the chorus goes off, I want you to run out on stage and hit the worm across it." I was like, "Man, I can make that happen, no doubt." So yeah, as soon as chorus went out there, I ran out there, got everybody's attention first, hit the worm, then dapped up Tyler Hubbard and sang with him for a little bit, and
I imagine the crowd was
sang
going
with him and
crazy.
danced with him for a little bit. It was all good, great time.
I love that.
Awesome.
What was that, Wally?
I said, I imagine the crowd was going crazy when you came out for that.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah.
It was awesome. There was there was so many people out there. I got to like like you know how you see all like the singers and stuff, they're reaching down to the crowd and you got everybody reaching back up. I got to do that for a little bit. That was sick.
That's amazing. That's got to be a top moment of your life, and you attract this, right, Dayton, because you're such a positive and inspirational person. I know that's really important to you. And like, what do you think made you go down that path? Somebody who has a disability could go down a very different path, but you've chosen to take it as a strength. And why do you think that is?
I leave it up to the man upstairs personally. Um, he helps me with a lot of my problems, but just focus. I just always enjoy a challenge. I think it's my biggest thing. I enjoy conquering things that I maybe had thought I couldn't do, or maybe that would be a struggle to me. So I take them as challenges and not really barriers.
It's an incredible trait because because people who have no disabilities are afraid to do things like you're doing, going on TV or going on a stage or a multitude of other things that you do. Like, you're pretty fearless, and it seems like you really wanted to break the mold of what your mind tells you can or cannot do.
For sure, it's always mind over matter. For sure, yeah, mind over matter. Anything's possible as long as you put your mind to it.
What's the craziest thing that you think you've done that most people would be kind of shocked to hear?
The craziest thing I think that I've done, you said?
Yeah.
Definitely going out there on stage got to be one of them. But going skydiving with Ryan Windsor was pretty lit.
You know, skydiving? I didn't.
Yeah,
I want to do that so bad, man. I'm afraid that I won't be able to do it.
I love it. I told him I'd do it any day with him. Anytime he wants to go, we're going.
Yeah, but just the thought that you're swimming and you wrestled, like, what are other things that you've done that people will be like, how?
Yeah, swimming and wrestling. I went to a place in Mooresville, North Carolina, down during Worlds last year. It was a quarry. It's like 25 foot deep at every spot in there. So like, there's no resting spot or anything. I swam like the whole day. It was I can swim real good. I don't know about like towing anybody else with me, but I can swim for myself.
That is so crazy, Dayton. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break and come back with more questions with Dayton right after this. Welcome back, everyone. We're going to continue our chat here with Dayton. to find out more about him. And someone in the chat said his go-getter mindset, which I think is very much, who you are. I'm curious, Dayton, like when this happened to you when you were so young, like what was your parents' response, or how did your family handle the disability?
My parents were super supportive in like a different way than most people might think. They let me figure things out on my own. Like, so I remember this. I don't quite remember this because I was young, but it's like a story my dad always tells people. But we were at the bank one time, and I was real young because I can't even remember. But I my dad had dropped like a dime on the floor, and he was like, "Hey, Dayton, grab that thing up for me." And I sat there and I worked at it. He said like 2 minutes, and 2 minutes later, I had that dime up off the ground. He said, "This boy is going to accomplish anything." He couldn't believe it himself. So like just different things like that, really challenging me in different ways to make myself a better person, more independent.
They didn't. Yeah, they didn't see you as limited.
Right. Yeah. I mean, my second birthday, I got a gas powered 4-wheeler for my birthday. So yeah, I mean, it's always been wide open for me riding dirt bikes and 4-wheelers and stuff like that.
That's incredible.
Not too many questions in the chat, so if anybody has any questions, feel free to put them in there. One question I've been seeing going around a lot on Facebook, Dayton, and I know you personally, so I know it's not going to affect you, but I think if people hear it come directly from you there, you saw some of those highlights where Noah Wooten stepping over the line, and with the changes that are coming into effect next year, a lot of people keep bringing your name up at it, but you want to address that and let the people know next year that you ain't worried?
Yeah, for sure. So I've actually already gotten the go ahead that there would be an exception for me to be able to throw the way that I normally throw. But as any of y'all know me, that's not the way I'm gonna go about it. So I will be stepping back just a little bit next season to accommodate for the rule, for sure.
There you go, keyboard warriors.
Yeah.
I don't want no exceptions. That's not me. I play to the rules. I'm a professional.
Okay.
Yeah, and I feel like if you just start at the back of the board, you're going to end up pretty much at the same spot, right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna move back that much because I still, as long as one leg stays in, I'm good. So I'll just probably scoot back like 6 inches or so. 6 inches, 8 inches, something like that. I think would be good.
That makes sense. So where do you practice, Dayton?
So I usually practice at a local bar in our area. But now my house just got built. I'm moving in hopefully by the end of August. But I have a big garage that's attached to it. It's a barn dominium, so it's gonna the garage. I'll be able to fit 4 sets of cornhole boards in there.
Wow.
It's got 24-foot ceilings. So I just have my boards set up in there right now. There's some construction work going on in there, but I got enough room for my boards.
That's amazing. Oh my God, you're going to have so much more opportunity to practice. Everybody better watch out.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Finally, and with it being a barn dominium, it's going to be literally right out my. I mean, it's going to be right there. Be practically living in it.
4 sets of boards sounds like a big space. So you do some bow hunting too, don't you?
I do a lot of hunting.
Yeah.
All different
that
weapons. Use whatever's in season.
So like you said, you got a whole bunch of opportunities that are about to come ahead. You can let us a little sneak peek, or is it all behind the scenes? Just wait and see.
Man, I don't know. I got a radio station over in Sacramento that I'm going to be doing an interview with. And then I got a big one. I'm doing a pretty big one tomorrow, but it's going to be an article. It's not actually going to be a video. I'm hoping that maybe we can, if they like the article enough, they'll give me the opportunity to make a video. But yeah,
that's awesome.
That's with the
So you're doing it tomorrow, but when will it be released?
That I'm not sure of yet.
Okay.
I've talked with Marlon about it a little bit. But yeah, I'm not sure all of what I'm allowed to say yet.
Right on.
No
But
worries. I
big
totally get
news
it.
coming tomorrow.
I feel like I haven't. Yeah, I can't wait. I feel like I haven't heard this story, so maybe some people have. But how did you even get into cornhole in the first place?
So I got into cornhole just like anybody else did, playing in the backyard. But I stopped at we were at a minor league baseball game, and they had a tournament going on, and I was young. I was probably only like 12 or 13. I was like, Dad, I want to get in that tournament. And so we asked them if I could get in. They were like, no, registration, we've already started the tournament. But we do play Friday nights at the American Legion in Hughesville. That I can come down there every Friday. It's a blind draw. And ever since then, I probably haven't missed too many of those blind draws. It's been up and up ever since.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Comment here from Tim says he's such an inspiration. I watched him for the first time at Worlds last year, and everyone else was amazed at his ability. Appreciate him giving credit to the man upstairs. So we do.
Thank you.
From I think it's Elevation Church. They always said, instead of saying just say it, we put go in front of it and says God is able. So talk a little bit about that, Jake.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, everything's empowered by him. Everything we do is through him, and he gives us our strength and our powers. And we're his living proof.
And this is a good question. It says the worm entrance was epic. Got any other tricks up your sleeve that you're holding out for next time? Maybe a reverse worm?
Yeah, I've definitely been thinking about my next entrance and what I'm gonna do next. I'll definitely come up with something.
I don't doubt it.
Speaking of next around the
That was
corner,
so
we got
good.
Worlds. What are you doing to prepare for Worlds?
Man, I'm practicing every day. Try to get out there and at least an hour every day. I mean, it's pretty hot in my garage where I'm throwing right now. I moved far away from the bar I was playing at, so I am getting out there and throwing. It just the heat takes a toll on you sometimes, so you got to do it in increments.
For sure. You can imagine. Let's see what else. Anything else in here?
Definitely got to get locked in because I've been a little bit of a slump recently with a little bit of my release issue, but it's been coming around slowly.
What type of adjustments do you make? Sorry, Mish.
No, go ahead.
What type of adjustments do you make in between games or round to round? Do you switch bags a lot, or?
No, I stay consistent. When I like a bag, I stick with that specific bag. But some minor adjustments might just be like I just kind of not really an adjustment, just kind of like focusing on technique, like keeping my back straight, keeping the exact same amount of beads every throw um, in the corner of the bag. Stuff like that is the adjustments that I make. I try
Yeah,
not
that's
to
what I
do
was
too
going to
much
start.
extra activity in between rounds, that's for sure, because it gets to wearing on you.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's got to be hard to be consistent. Like I notice, even with like Matt Guy as a stepper, it doesn't seem like he lands in the same spot every time he steps. It seems like it kind of changes. And I've seen other steppers where like their foot's in the exact same spot every single time. So I can imagine that would make a difference.
Yeah, I always try and do things the same way every time. I tend to sometimes forget certain steps but for the most part, I stay pretty strict on it.
What I'm curious, Dayton, obviously you're a professional cornhole player. I would imagine that maybe wasn't on your dream list, something you thought you would do, but like what are some of the things you had in your mind, like I'm gonna be this or do this, like what's that vision you had and continue to have?
My vision is I got a couple pretty solid visions. I feel like one of them is to have a YouTube channel traveling around showing my everyday life of how I do things and going and doing different going fishing different spots, going hunting in different spots, going to a cornhole tournament, hitting up just different places, just showing all the things I can do and see what kind of opportunities I can capitalize on for that. Like if I would take like challenge videos, like if somebody wanted to challenge me to do something, I would go make that video or whatever. Another vision of mine is inspirational and motivational speaking. I'm actually taking some classes and got somebody working with me on like getting better at my speech and talking with big groups of people and kind of extending my story and making it interesting for a whole 30 minutes to an hour session.
Good stuff,
I love
bro.
that. There's a guy, I can't remember his name, but I used to watch his videos. No arms, no legs, no worries or no
Okay.
problems, I think was his.
No,
What was it?
No hands, no feet, no excuses. Was it no excuses, no problems?
Maybe that's what it was.
Was it Nick
Something
Vujicic?
like that.
Was it Nick Vujicic or
Yes,
was it?
yes.
Yeah. It was either Nick Vujicic or
That
my
was-
buddy Kyle Maynard. He's got this. He looks a lot like me too, and he does a lot of impressive things, climbing
Really?
Mount Kilimanjaro and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm planning on doing some events like that. That would be awesome.
You get that YouTube channel, man. I'll be
That's
watching,
so
bro.
cool.
Heck yeah, I think
Me
that I can
too.
come up
Sign
with
me
some
up.
pretty creative content and some intriguing videos for sure.
Well, Dayton, we are honored to watch your ride, honestly. So yeah, we're big fans and we continue to watch everything that you do. So thank you for being such an inspiration and reminding all of us that there really are no limitations. It's such an important lesson that you just embody by doing everyday stuff that you do. So thank you. And thank you for your time today.
I really appreciate the support, and I just want everybody to remember the world won't wait. No matter what happens, what you do, or if you're awake or if you're asleep, the world won't wait. You gotta keep grinding. You gotta keep moving. Stay in
So
motion
true.
always.
So true.
Let's go.
But
All right.
much
I
love.
love
I
it.
really
Thank you,
appreciate
Dayton.
y'all having me on.
You too.
Absolutely. We'll see you over at Worlds.
Yep, Worlds is next.
All right. We'll see you there. Thanks, Dayton.
All right.
All right. We'll take a quick commercial break and be back with our highlights right after this. All right, we're back, and it is time for highlights from open number 15. Is that where we're at? Okay. Man,
It sounds
flying
weird
by.
to say at the end.
I know. I don't know why that was a struggle. Okay,
Like when I was
let's start
typing
with
it, I was always typing in 14.
yeah. All right, let's start with airmails, shall we? I'm gonna roll
Yep,
with
let's
it.
do it.
Airmail time.
Yeah, there were a lot of airmails, a lot of roll shots to this open and shootout. So
Ooh,
we got some
backside.
funny awkward moments too, but the airmails
Always
aplenty.
looking forward to
And
those.
I do gotta say, Mish, there were a lot of short airmail drags and collects.
Oh no. Let's not bring up this debate. I can't
Just
with it.
saying, way more than 10%.
Way more
But
than 10%. We could get
I
a
love
stat,
how
can
quick
we?
the players though are starting to fire these airmails. I mean, you can see in some of these highlights here, they're only 8 seconds long. The bag's still falling, and the other players already made up their mind they're shooting that airmail, and they're hitting accurate and collecting. It's crazy.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's you got to work off automation. So the less you think, the better you'll be, actually. So that's the way to go. If you can.
How about Trevor Kufis lately?
I know. Ooh,
Very
dude,
impressed
making
with
it
Trevor
deep in
Kufis.
brackets.
Yeah. Frank Verona was a breakout player this last week in the
What a
Open.
great bag. Yeah, he had a good strong run as well. Oh, I thought he was gonna make it clap. He did not.
Yeah.
He only grabbed the one on the right.
I'll tell you, an underrated part of Fisher's game lately has been his airmail. I was going back to the national highlights, and then there's probably 5 or 6 times where he hit an airmail for big points at this last opener shootout. So Fisher Hamilton's airmail has came a long way, and as we get to the end of the season, we start thinking about players that could take down the world championship. His name's popping up in my head quite a bit.
Yeah. There's Frank.
Yeah, Moses had
So good.
a lot of clips of Ryan Trader doing that all weekend. Just like, oh, come on.
Yeah, Ryan Trader, so impressive. I mean, having to play these names, these big names, and making strong runs with them. I mean, he really stood out to me.
There's a lot of highlights you're seeing here where we're getting at least 2, maybe 3 shots in the 8 second time frame. Felt like this last
I know.
open, in a hurry. Like we're just ready to get to Worlds.
Let's just go. Let's get there. Oh man.
It's just like right here, 3 shots in 8 seconds. I mean, these guys are firing bags.
Oh, that was a roll.
Well, you got to roll in airmail in
In
there.
between.
2 airmails in a roll, yeah.
Yeah.
That backside airmail right there, that's the airmail of the weekend for me. Ryan Trader needed everything right there.
Crazy.
He had to either go backside clean or push through everything to stay alive. Just that backside airmail.
Absolutely.
Sunday.
All right. Speaking of rolls, let's go to our rolls.
Yeah, there are a lot of good rolls.
What was it Anthony said? He said the 1-2 punch is a roll and a slick side push now. Those are what it used to be slide shot and airmail, but he thinks it's a roll and a slick side push. Those are your important shots.
Yeah, depending on how the board's set up, if you put the blocker there in place, your slick side push is huge, being able to push through it. So players that come to mind that are at the front of their game doing that, I'm going to go with Alex Rawls, Fisher Hamilton, Mark Richards. So
Yep.
put the block in place, airmail over
Devin
it, wherever
Harbaugh.
needed, clean it up. And Devin Harbaugh, yeah.
That's so good.
I think Tony made a new friend this weekend. He had no idea who Ryan Trader was this weekend, but they
He
had some pretty
didn't?
good battles. No, he said he'd never seen him play before, never heard of him. So
He
halfway through this
got to know him.
yeah, halfway through this match at one point, he's like, "Are you on a 8-man for Worlds or something like that?" So
He's like, "Are you available?"
yeah.
That is too funny. Hey, what a big compliment though. One of the best players in the game is like, "Hey, are you free? You want a partner?"
I mean, it's you either make it by winning or you make it by a big name wanting to play with you. So
Absolutely.
he accomplished both those this weekend.
Yeah, he did.
I'm starting a hashtag, by the way, me hashtag let the juniors in.
Let the juniors in. I'm gonna stay out of it.
Yeah, probably gonna
But
upset a lot of people. But man, I can't believe how many are under 16 in the top 100.
I know. I'm surprised though you weren't just talking about the fact that he's wearing the canine jersey.
I don't have to even speak about him anymore. Everybody knows that he would not be that good without that jersey. So
Everybody knows. The
no,
secret's out. That one was
there's
crazy.
there's the roll of the week for me.
That
Trey
that
Baker showed me a little something.
that is bananas. Like
It's just,
what?
it's got like the coin slot 2.0
It's
thing.
got a coin slot esque
Yeah, it covers up the only spot that you can see and then just drips in. So good shot there, Trey.
without the other bags. That's the crazy part. Like what?
Yeah.
All right, on to the pushes. Here we go.
Yeah, big win here for Danny Seals. Came off of his accuracy on these pushes. You can see he goes off to the side a little bit. No bag is out of play right now. This is what Anthony's talking about. The ability to roll and go slick side. There's a little bit of a confusion, drama here between these guys. They were, I think Devin said one thing and Joe heard another thing, and they kind of went back and forth all match on that
Really?
one. Yeah,
Huh.
I think Joe thought Devin called him something, and Devin's like, "Oh no, I would never say anything like that. I was mad at myself for missing the shot, you know." But
Oh yeah.
Joe had no idea, of course, during the time. Little baby penguin there, got that corner over.
Yeah.
Jay Rubin is on fire all weekend. 3 bags on
Strong.
the finish right there. Fisher
Oh,
Hamilton, little bar soap action.
I saw quite a few bar soaps actually.
Yeah, there's a lot. They're starting to become a regular thing now.
Yeah.
Speaking of canine jerseys looking good, how about my other boy right there, Braden Wilson?
Looking sharp. Yep, Braden Wilson. Wally supporting those juniors.
I am, man. I'm all about finding new players. I was on last year with Wiedenfeld. I'm gonna prove to be on again with Trader and Wilson. So who do I got next year? We'll find somebody. I'll make you great.
Yeah, you'll find the next one.
What
We'll get that canine jersey on your back. You'll be just fine.
Did you pause it?
Oh, no. I think it froze for a second. Let's see. I'll just pause and start again. Weird. It says it's moving. Let me go back. Come on, highlight video. Work with us here.
This was a nasty push, too. It's a shame that it cut out right here because you see Jordan's bag is leaning in, and then Moses was able to push
Hold
that
on.
other
Let me
bag.
just remove it and then re-add it.
It's just done. It's just done, Mish.
See if that helps it reload. I don't know what's going on right now. You said you were
Either.
having internet problems at the hotel, but apparently it's not much better over here. And I'm at home.
So there's a theme every weekend. The theme for this weekend is just let's survive. Let's just survive. So,
let's just
either
get
way,
through it.
Good push right here. This is the push of the week for me. Moses pushing up there.
We can't even see anything.
Use your imagination. It goes in. Hopefully the awkwards are still working.
Okay, yeah, so let me remove this one. Maybe we can come back to it. Let's try this one and see if it works. All right. This one's going so far.
So not an awkward knuckle, but a very awkward looking roll bag here from Jordan.
So I was like, what? And hold on. I got to pause it for a second because I saw the curtains fall down and apparently Jordan Power tripped and nachos went flying. What? Tell us this.
He had a cup of cheese land on his forehead or something like that.
Oh my god!
I guess. I don't know. I saw his girlfriend post something. I told you not to tickle me or something like that. So I imagine that they were kind of horse playing behind the curtain. He fell back and I guess the cheese landed on his face. And maybe that's why his roll looks so weird.
That's too good. I can't with it.
Gavin had a rough weekend. This is about the only time I saw him have fun. So I want to throw that in there. Just awkward airball. He's just like whatever.
Oh, that's good.
Hey, no, what's happening, Mish?
What? Did it again? It's the same spot. Man, it's just not our night. What the heck, dude?
Hopefully you can get it working because that moment that you're talking about where you fell through the pipe and drape, I got that.
We have Alex
yeah, and I even zoomed in on Alex's face and everything.
Oh no!
You gotta get that working.
Oh my goodness, that's so good. I don't know. What was that?
Maybe if I try and bring it in, no.
Okay, yeah, here, I'll take it out. Go ahead. Take control.
It looks like it's just spinning. Oh, that's a shame.
Boo. That is a shame.
Yeah, that was a
I'm so
good one,
invested. I'm so invested.
yeah. So if I need to, I can just go ahead and post these maybe on the on the Facebook, and you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. But yeah, there was a
Yeah.
moment where basically Jordan Power was standing on the other side of the curtain. He fell back in his chair. The pipe and drape starts coming towards Jeremy Fraser and Alex Rawls. Jeremy Fraser shared it on Facebook, and all the internet trolls have been having a great time making fun of Alex. They're like the flight or flight. He's definitely a flight person. Jeremy
He's
Fraser
like, I'm
runs to
out.
save
I'm
the day.
out.
There's like a moment where Jeremy hits an airmail, and then the next thing you know, you see Alex kind of like, what happened? And then he kind of ducks down. But then like there's a part where the curtain's falling, and you look through the curtain, you can see Ashley. She's like, oh man, it was fun, good times. But
Oh man. All right. Well, we're gonna take a commercial break and come back with the odds after this. Alrighty. We have our lines to look at for the shootout coming up this weekend. So we'll look at doubles, men's singles, and women's. So let's start with doubles, Wally. Let's get it going. All right. At least this is working. Got that going for us.
First time seeing these, so bear with us. We're just trying to survive, chat. Remember, we're trying to survive.
Well, Matt Guy's with Jamie Graham, right? So no more Matt Guy, Brett Guy. Interesting,
so
right? I mean, I'm assuming Brett
Guy and
Guy's
Eric
there.
Davis, one final hurrah to try and keep that streak alive.
Yeah.
Do you like them
I think that's wise.
if this is a shootout, or what do you think?
I don't know. I mean, 950. I don't know. I don't know about. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I would take it.
I really like what I saw at national number 4 out of them. I mean, I wouldn't mind taking a stab at it. I mean, until proven otherwise, right? But I do think that the top 4 teams there, Philip Lopez Jr., Mark Richards, Matt Guy, Jimmy Graham, Alex Ross, Trey Birchfield, Jimmy Humans, Kyle Malone, I think those are the 4 teams that I'm looking as far as who's going to win it. Some surprise teams. You see there at the bottom, you got Steve Bernadette and Derek King. I really like what I'm getting out of them with this new pairing. I'll never count out Damon Dennis and Jimmy McGuffin, but how about Michael Lucas and Michael Dingus? They're back at plus 3,000. I don't mind that.
Yeah. Damon Dennis, Jim McGuffin is always a strong one. And then how about Jacob Trzynski and Austin Slowbomb?
I feel like Trzynski is just there to show us who's going to win the next one. Or, you know what I mean? Like, every time he partners up with somebody, they end up winning. So he always has to find a new partner. So,
Exactly.
unfortunately, he's like good luck Chuck of the shootouts.
Yeah, totally. Oh, Jacob. Yep. That's kind of the way it goes sometimes. Also, Duncan Clemmer, Carson Getty. That's a random pairing. And Derek Holland and Berkeley Pair. I like Joe Neested, Jeremy Schermerhorn. They're a top 10 team. I think plus 1,200. That's a good call right there.
Yeah, I think
they're a top 5 team.
I think if I got to put money on a winner, I'm going to go ahead and split it. I'm going to go with Matt Guy and Jamie Graham. And then my big money is going to go on Ryan Windsor, Noah Wooten.
Noah Wooten and Ryan Windsor. Okay, got it. Looking towards the bottom half of the men's singles here. I always love Nate Stevens and Dakota Sully, plus 5,000. I don't mind that one.
How about Tornado finally making it to the betting odds? Plus 6,500 there with Mike Ferreira.
There you go. We got the cups on there.
All right. If I had to pick somebody from this that I think is going to make some noise, I'm looking at Anthony Mayball and Eric Zockline there at plus 6,000.
I was just looking at that.
I think that's where I'm going. Other than that, I'm kind of probably staying away from this page. I do love what I saw out of Brandon Jones and Travis Purser at national number 4. That was a race to 21 type thing, though. So,
yeah,
a little bit differently. I think Mayball and Zockline might match up pretty well together.
You don't like Nate Stevens and Dakota Sully at plus 5,000?
I do. I just feel like Nate Stevens, as good as he is, just kind of depends a little bit too much on that messier board. And I think he can kind of run into some trouble sometimes where it's just a race per round. I don't ever see them getting blown out, but I can see them giving up, chunks of 2 down the stretch.
Mm-hmm. I hear you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, moving over to men's singles. Of course, you've got Justin Burton Jr. That it's shocking that he doesn't have one. But neither does Alex Rawls, Jamie Graham, Devin Harbaugh. I mean, it's crazy. I don't know who. And Ryan Smith, he's the shootout king.
This entire page can win. There isn't one person
exactly
on this that I'd be shocked if they won the shootout.
Exactly. I mean, this is crazy. I can't believe this is the last one.
Well, sitting here looking at Josh Holland at plus 2,500, he's trying to defend his title too. So we talked about Eric Davis and Brett Guy, but Josh Holland has a chance to defend his title, and what better way than to do it in Josh Holland's style? Just come out of nowhere when everybody's already written you off.
True, that's very true. Yeah, I find it. I guess I would put my money on anybody. I guess whoever you're feeling, because anybody of this page could win. If we go over to the second page, I mean, it kind of continues, right? Like Adam Hisner has won before. That at plus 3,500. You got Brett Guy on there. You got Carson Getty, Alec Ryan, Noah Wooten. I mean, I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy how many people are left.
Yeah, it just goes to show you how deep the men's division has been this year. If I'm going to take a home run here, I'm taking Burnstead at plus 4,500.
Mm-hmm.
Burnstead has shown top 3 potential, and he's shown discipline. The one concern I would have, though, is that his strongest performance came heavily off of an airmail where he was shooting 90%. So
yeah.
I don't see him repeating that, but I do like that he's got the confidence in himself and that he is consistent. So I'm looking at him at plus 4,500.
honestly, if Eric Zockline plays the way he did on the Super Bowl, he was money.
You just gotta be loose. I mean, don't even
Yeah.
think about it. Just go out there and do that little hip wiggle thing that he was doing because that was working.
That was working for him. And if we go over to women's, I don't know if Kimberly Glass is on here. She is. And that's what I was telling her in the last one when I said, you threw a perfect game on the Super Bowl. It's the same thing. She's like, but it's not the same thing. I'm like, you need to think that it's the same thing because you did very, very well and did not have nerves because it wasn't a big deal. And if she could play like that, I mean, she's unstoppable. And Sarah Cassidy was a little bit worrisome at the last one. I know that was outside and it was different conditions, but you would think she's a lock to get the last one, but I don't know.
So for the women's division here, this is very interesting because the winner of this one's going to play Cheyenne Bubenheim in the first round of the shootout finals. So I don't know. Maybe I'm looking ahead of who I want to see play against her and what style I think goes well. I like the odds that I'm getting there with Connie Altice at the top. Connie defeated her in Tiverton. I like getting Connie at plus 500. Kaylee burned me so many times this year, so I'm going to stay away from that one. But with Connie being plus 500, I'm going to take 3 swings on this on the women's side. I'm taking Connie. I'm taking Elizabeth there at plus 600. And then I have no idea how she's plus 2,000, but Vanessa Fillingham for me at plus
Right.
is automatic.
Yeah. I totally agree with that. And once again, like Sarah, Connie, Kimberly. What was that?
I don't know if I said Fillingham or Fillingham. I'm trying to train myself to stop saying Fillingham.
Fillingham. There's no H.
Fillingham.
Yeah, I know. It can be tough. But last shootout, this is it. This is for all the marbles to see who's going to grab those remaining spots. They do have to play the 1 seed, which who was the first doubles? Is it Ryan Smith and Ryan Wiedenfeld, right?
Ryan Smith, Ryan Wiedenfeld,
and Kyle Malone.
Yeah.
And Cheyenne. Okay, so there you go. That whoever wins this is going to have to play those guys in the championship over at Worlds. Those tickets are live. If you want to come to any of those broadcasts, those are available for you to snag tickets for. It's only $10 to come sit in the stands there in Rock Hill. It's going to be amazing. That includes tickets for the Super Bowl, everything like that. Just $10. They will go fast. We do get big audiences there, so definitely grab those and come join us.
I've been 2 years now, and there hasn't been one boring match. And the atmosphere is ridiculous. It is literally the World Series of our sport. Yeah. And you're not going to have a better time watching cornhole than at the World Championships.
Yeah, it's amazing. You got to come. You got to come. Make the trip. It's so much fun. Well worth it. All right, guys, we are out of time. Wally, I will see you in Ohio tomorrow. We're going to go through our last shootout and then the last open, and then we're on to Worlds. So we'll see you guys all very soon.